Academic Writing, Methods and Resources for Learners and Mentors. Vikash Singh, Philip Mayer. From the Institut für Mikrobiologie und Tierseuchen, Freie Universität Berlin, Robert von Ostertagstraße 7 bis 13, D 14163, Berlin, Germany. Science Text Flow, Talhofweg 5, CH 8408, Winterthur, Switzerland.
Abstract. Academic writing is a demanding task, and many scholars require more time than anticipated to finish their research papers. To accelerate the workflow, we emphasize certain tools, strategies, as well as writing manuals. We advise beginning early in the research phase with writing and to draft research papers not after, but concurrently with the lab or fieldwork. We suggest considering academic writing as a collaborative enterprise, which needs structured organization and continuous feedback. In addition, it is beneficial to select potential target journals early and to evaluate not only scope and reputation, but also review times and rejection rates. Before submission, instructions to authors and writing guides should be consulted, and drafts should be extensively revised. Later in the process, editors' and reviewers' comments should be addressed. Our guidelines and tools assist students and mentors to organize the writing and publication process, thereby motivating them to develop their own strategies for success.
Keywords, journals, publishing, software tools, writing guides.
Introduction. Academic writing is a vital competence for careers in science. Postgraduate scholars and researchers must write to share their discoveries and to establish their reputations as prominent scientists. Research is intensely competitive, and achievement in science is frequently evaluated by the volume of publications and citations. Researchers and scholars who are capable of communicating effectively are not merely successful in acquiring recognition for themselves, but also for their institution and university. Ultimately, publications clear the way for career opportunities, partnerships, and enhanced funding. Therefore, it is imperative for scholars and researchers to attain proficiency in academic writing.
Scholars and investigators are typically well-educated and driven in formulating, executing experiments, and interpreting data. However, a large number of them received no formal instruction in academic writing and face various difficulties during the drafting phase. See Ref 3 for a description of cognitive and socio-cultural demands of writing. Consequently, many significant discoveries do not reach their intended audiences. Scholars and researchers frequently commit the error of perceiving the drafting of academic papers as a distinct phase in the research workflow, to be executed after finalizing experiments, 4-5. Furthermore, many scholars and mentors are oblivious to available tools and resources. Throughout this document, we emphasize a few essential guidelines for efficient academic writing, which could also be applicable for dissertations, proposals, overview articles, and other textual formats. We also recommend diverse writing resources and digital tools to make academic writing less arduous and more engaging.
Early beginning is beneficial. Academic writing is an educational journey, and one refines the capability through practice. Consequently, we advise initiating early. The initial phase in this workflow is broad and careful review in order to obtain a comprehensive view of the existing literature, also to recognize the format and tone of scientific papers. It is specifically at this juncture where numerous scholars fail to allocate adequate time to study extensively enough to acquire a solid mastery over their field's literature. Once the scholar has established
Address for correspondence to Institut für Mikrobiologie. Email vikash.singh@fu-berlin.de. Conflict of interests. Vikash Singh declares that there are no competing interests. Received 15 January 2014. Accepted 5 July 2014. DOI 101022/BMB.20815. Published online 23 July 2014 in Wiley Online Library.
Introduction.
Context.
Research gap. Aim of the study. Material and methods. Study objects. Materials. Participants. Preparation of objects or materials, or selection of participants. Study design. Interventions, e.g. experiments. Methods of measurement.
Calculations. Results. Most important or first result.
Other results in specific order. Least important or last result.
Discussion. Statement of main result. Unexpected results. Comparison with the literature. Explanations of results.
Limitations of methodology.
Generalizability. Conclusions.